Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. Welcome to Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness, a daily podcast devoted to spirituality and self-help. If you're new, I want to welcome you. If you're returning, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk to you about setting your intentions for 2020. 2019 is coming to a close, and it's not just the end of a new year, it's actually the end of a decade. And it seems to me, as I get older, the decades just fly by. I mean, I'm one of those people that if you ask me when the 80s happened, I'll tell you that was only 20 years ago. It just seems like everything goes faster and faster the older you get, which is what makes this all the more important to really set your intentions for what you want to see in 2020. 2019 for me was a good year. It was not a bad year. I met a lot of really great people. My business started taking off. I got a new job. But there were also a lot of challenges for me in 2019. There were a lot of karmic lessons learned. And challenges for me, not just having to do with me, but having to do with my kids. And even with this new job, even though it was a great thing, it's also a challenge because it's starting over again. So 2019 was a good year, but it was still a year filled with lessons. And to me, 10s are all about ending cycles, beginning new ones. And when we end cycles or chapters in our lives, it means that sometimes we have to let go of people, we have to let go of behaviors, of thoughts, things that are no longer serving us, things that we don't want to continue to bring into 2020 with us. And it's important for you as you sit and think about what you want to see for 2020. It's important for you to think about what you need to let go of in 2019. And we all have things. We have things we need to let go of. Maybe you need to let go of overthinking. Maybe you need to let go of negative mindsets. Maybe you need to let go of bad habits. And bad habits can be things like procrastination, putting things off. It can be eating too much, drinking too much, or eating and drinking the wrong things, whatever. We all have our vices. We all have things that we really wish we could change about ourselves. And for many of us, 2019 has been a year, and it's been all about how can we be better? We've been working on ourselves, and we've been doing a lot of really heavy lifting. Because when you do the deep diving spiritual work, you've got to really get into that emotional stuff that most of us tend to just kind of push down. Well, if you want to see any change and you want to heal, you've really got to dig that up again and start looking at things, and that can be painful. And if you've started doing that work, I applaud you because it's not easy. And those of you who have already taken the steps to start making your life better, I applaud you. I think it's awesome. I know that the people who listen to this podcast are people that I would consider to be awakened. And when we talk about awakenings, we're talking about a spiritual awakening, that you are realizing that there's more to this planet than just the day-to-day grind that we see. There's a lot more going on. And I have noticed myself that those around me are starting to kind of become awakened as well and saying things like, I do believe there is something to, the other side and being able to, feel and see our departed loved ones even when they're long gone. I've had other people coming to me and saying things like that, which is amazing because they were people I didn't necessarily think would ever come to me and feel that way. So it's great when you have other people around you who are also going through an awakening. I have seen something going around on Facebook lately. I've seen it from more than one person. And of course, my mentor last year introduced this to us, and it is the idea of having a word that is going to represent you in 2020. And I like that idea. I really do. I love it. But I want to go a step further. What if instead of just having a word for 2020, I don't think one word is enough for me. course, I like to talk a lot, so one word might not be enough for me, but I think that it would be great to have more than one word. We have so many different areas of our lives that we want to work on, and sometimes I don't think one word covers it. So what I challenge you to do today, as you're going into 2020, is to think of at least one word, but I plan on having more than one word. I think that I would like to have a few words to describe my 2020, because for me, I know, and I'm already declaring that 2020 is going to be a year of victories and success and happiness. And, I'm probably going to add even more words than that, but I am claiming all of that for 2020. And I know that I've worked hard and I deserve all of that. So I want you guys to think of at least a word, but you can have more than one word, to define 2020 for you. What do you want to see in 2020? So my challenge for you this week, as you're going into the new year, is to think of your word or words that are going to define 2020 for you. What do you want to see in 2020? And the other thing I want you to think about is, what do you want to leave behind in 2019? Now, I am planning on doing, and if you follow me on social media, you've already heard about this, but I am planning on doing an energy clearing / intention setting ceremony on Monday, December 30th, and you're all welcome to join me. I am doing this on Zoom, and so the cost is $10. But if you join me, we're going to be a group of us, and it will be live. I will record it live, and we're going to be doing this together. And it's just going to be a chance for you to get together with like-minded people, to really clear away any of the karma and the stuff we don't want to take into 2019, and to set our intentions for what we want to see for 2020. It's going to be a fun time. You guys can bring something with you to drink if you want: coffee, tea, wine, beer, a mixed drink, whatever you want. It's going to be a fun, girls' hour, guys' hour. We're just going to get together. We're going to start by clearing our space. We're going to clear the energy, and I'm going to help you clear your space. And then we are going to do some things to raise our vibration, because when we want to manifest, when we want to set our intentions, we have to raise our vibration. So we're going to raise our vibration together by doing something fun. And then we are going to burn the things we no longer want to take with us in 2020, the things that we just want to leave behind. And the thing about working in a group is we're going to be together, and you can ask questions as we're doing this. So if you have an idea and you're like, I don't know if this is what you're talking about, and you want to ask me, we will be there all together as a group live doing this. So you get encouragement from like-minded people, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. I've done this before in another group, and we had a blast, and I felt so amazing after. And I really feel like it helped bring in the new year in a positive way. And I felt so much better after doing it. So if you want to feel energized and just better about the new year coming in, I would encourage you to join me. I said, again, I'm going to record it. So if you can't be there on the live, you will get a link to the Zoom. And once we've done the cleansing and everything, I will put the recording in that same page where I put the Zoom link, so you can come back to it and visit it anytime you want. And any of the things that I've referenced during that session, I will also add on that page. So if I give you any mantras or, whatever, I'm just going to do what Spirit guides me to do. And I plan on it being about an hour, but if it takes us 2 hours, I'm fine with that. I want you guys to get the most out of this. I want us to start off 2020 declaring that it is going to be the best year of our lives, and we are going to make it so. We're going to put our intentions down, and we're going to send our intentions with gratitude out into the universe. So if you are ready to declare 2020 the best year yet, and ready to sit down and formally make this the best year yet, join us, because we're going to have fun And if you love my card readings, this is going to be even more fun than that. And who knows, I may pull some cards for you at the end. I don't know. I'm just going to do what I'm guided to do by Spirit. I just know that this is something I'm supposed to do for you all, and I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope that you will join us. And most importantly, though, I hope that you will do something special. Take the time to really set your intentions for 2020. This is like the beginning of a new cycle in our lives. And I don't know about you, but there's a lot of crap I just want to leave behind in 2019 and a lot of amazing things that I want to see happen in 2020. And again, thinking about those words, what is 2020 going to be for me? Success, victory, happiness, all of it. Abundance. It's going to be amazing. I have so many things coming up that I'm excited about. My book, just lots of different things. And I can't wait to see all of that coming into fruition. And I think that this is going to be the year for me. So I'm claiming it, and I hope that you all are claiming it too, that you see so many amazing things in 2020. But I always think it's important to sit down and really think about what is it? What direction do I want to see my life going in 2020? Because, I think most of us, this is at least how I used to be. When a new year would come up, I would just silently say, oh God, I hope this year's better than last. And that was all I would do. I wouldn't really do anything special to bring in the new year. I just kind of in my own way think, oh, I hope that this is a better year. But I never sat down with intentions or anything. And when I did that last year, I saw so many amazing things manifest for me that I had actually put on my intention setting when I did that for the new year. And you could have knocked me over with a feather when some of those things came in. I was like, what? I wanted this, but I didn't really know. I was hoping it would happen, trying to believe it would happen. But, when you first start seeing things manifest in your life, it can be very surprising. But since then, I don't ever doubt that the universe is working behind the scenes on my behalf. And so even when I'm not seeing things happen in the 3D, I know things are happening in the 5D. And I love that. And I think that it's so important for us to stay positive and to put our lives out there on the right track. We often so many times ask the universe for things, but we're so open-ended. It's like, well, what do you expect the universe to bring you? You're not really that specific. We have to really get clear about what it is we want and what we want to see in our lives. And that's one of the things we're going to do on this energy clearing. So if you're joining me and you're planning on joining me, make sure that you have paper. If you have a journal, bring your journal, something to write with. I plan on burning my list from 2019 of things I don't want to bring with me into 2020 because for me that's symbolic, but make sure that you have safe space to do that. So if you'd rather just rip it up instead of burning, that works just as well. For me, I don't know, I've always been kind of obsessed with fire. I don't know. As a kid, I loved lighting candles and things. And so for me, I'm just planning on burning the things I don't want to bring with me, but you don't have to burn them. You can just tear them up. It's just a symbolic thing of saying, look, you're not coming with me anymore. I don't need you. You're not serving me. Don't follow me into 2019. And if you want to join me, go to my Facebook page. The link to my Facebook page is in the description of this podcast. When you go to my Facebook page, there is an event. If you click on the PayPal link, there's a link there with PayPal. That is where you will pay the $10, and then it will take you to a page which gives you the Zoom link that you will need for Monday. And again, it's at 7 Central p.m. So I tried to make it a time where I know there are people who are on the West Coast and on the East Coast. There would be a decent time for everyone. But if you want to do this, but you can't make it there live, again, you'll get a recording. So you can always sign up and then come back after the event to watch the recording. And those that are there live, you might do this and then say, oh my gosh, that was so great. I'd really like to do that again. So you can go back and watch the recording again too. So I think it's just going to be such a great time. I'm really, really looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to call in all the things I want to see for 2020. I just get chills and butterflies in my stomach when I think about 2020, because I know that it's just going to be an amazing, awesome year, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. And that doesn't mean that we never have trials or things don't test us. We're always being tested, but when we learn how to respond to things instead of being negative all of the time, it becomes less of a big deal. And when things test us, we just say, oh, you know what, that's no big deal. Angels take care of this. And then things work out so much easier. It's like when we start learning how to go with the flow of life instead of constantly resisting it, things get so much easier. Because I tell you what, by nature, we resist a lot of things in our lives. And the universe says, I want to bring you all these amazing things, but you're just resisting. So really, a big part of it is learning how to just go with the flow and to stop being so resistant to what the universe wants to bring us, because the universe wants us to be so abundant and happy. I truly believe that. And I believe that most of the time we get it in our own way. And we're the ones who are actually blocking our abundance because we are overthinking, we are allowing fear to come in and causing us to not move or to do the opposite of what we know we want to do. And I know in my life I've done that many times where I know there have been times where I wanted to do something and I did the total opposite because I just didn't trust my intuition. And when we start doing that, we make our lives so much harder than they have to be. But when we get into the flow of things and we really stop resisting, life gets amazing. It really, truly does. So I hope that you guys are planning for 2020 to be an amazing year. And I want to thank you so much for supporting me this whole year. All of my listeners, thank you for being with me. It means so much. And I really love hearing from you when you reach out to me and you tell me that you listen to my podcast or you ask for advice. I love that. Please don't stop doing that. I love hearing from my listeners. And for all of you who have left reviews over the years, thank you too for that. I really appreciate you. Without you guys, I would not be here doing this every day. And I can honestly say that I love doing the podcast. It's like, when I was a kid, I always used to pretend like I was a radio station DJ and I would tape myself. And my sister and I would do this. We were nerds. And we had fun taping ourselves, pretending like we were radio DJs and interviewing a celebrity. And we listened to it not that long ago and we were both dying laughing at how stupid we were. But honestly, that was always fun for me as a kid to imagine myself having my own platform where I could just talk. And the fact that I actually have one now is amazing, and it still blows my mind every day. So I want to thank you for being a part of that. And I hope that in some way this podcast has blessed you throughout the year. And I just hope that as you're taking time still, I know that people will maybe have a day off for New Year's Day or maybe even New Year's Eve. And I hope that as you are taking this time, you are treating yourself well, that you are taking good care of yourself, and just being gentle with yourself. The holidays can be rough. It can be a fun time, but it's so busy when you have to go from one household to another household to another household, or when you're hosting a party. We had Christmas Eve at my house and I loved it and it was great, but it is a lot of work because I had to clean beforehand and, prepare food. But it's definitely worth it. It's worth it to spend the time with the family. And for those of you who have lost someone recently, I know the holidays can be especially difficult, but know that your loved ones are with you, especially during the holidays. It's like that is when the family members want to show up and be there with you. So I hope that you felt the comfort of their presence with you as you were celebrating your holidays. I hope that this coming year is just going to be amazing for you. I send you out blessings every day, and I hope that you feel that. And I hope that you guys will decide to really sit down and set your intentions for 2020. Start letting go of the things that aren't serving you and what you wish to not bring with you into the new decade. That just seems so weird to say new decade. I mean, I remember when Princess sung, "Gonna Party Like It's 1999." And I remember when it actually became 1999, and I was in awe thinking, oh my gosh, we've been singing this song for years and it wasn't even close to 1999. And now it's 1999. And now look how much farther we are away from 1999. The years just seem to fly by, don't they? That's why it's so important to slow down and just live in the present moment and enjoy each and every moment you have here on earth. You know, not every day can be perfect, and there are days when we are tested, but there is something good in every day. And when you start choosing to focus on the good that's in every day, that's when you're going to start seeing your life change drastically. When we focus on the positive instead of the negative, we are really calling more of that positive in. We really, really are. We are creating our own reality with our thoughts. And it's time for 2020 to be a year where fear is not even in your vocabulary. You do not even let it take over. We say the other F word to fear, right? Tell it to get out. We don't need it. It's not serving us. We're going to be our best versions of ourselves this year. We're going to do it together. We're going to support one another, and it's going to be amazing. So I can't wait. I think it's just going to be awesome. And if you want to get in on this energy clearing with me, and I hope that you will because it's going to be so much fun, go in the link to my description of this podcast to my Facebook page. Click on the event. You will see the event Energy Clearing. And in the event, it says tickets, and it's a PayPal link. Click on that, and that's where you can reserve your spot and get your Zoom link so that you can join us. And again, bring something to write with, and bring paper or your journal if you have a journal. And if you want to burn your stuff, the crap you're leaving in 2019, bring something to burn it and something safe like a bowl to put your paper in that you're burning, and maybe a cup of water too in case it gets out of hand. I'm going to have all of that stuff. And bring something with you that, something to relax you if you want something to drink, like a hot tea or coffee or a glass of wine or whatever you want to bring with you. All right, guys. Well, I wanted to pull a card for you before I ended this podcast today. So I pulled a card from my Divine Whispers deck, which you can still order from my website. And the card I pulled for you is Get Grounded. This is such a great card, especially now. It's so important for us to ground our energy and balance our energies as we are leaving one year and going into a new one. So your card reads, Mother Gaia is the essence of creation. She births new life on this planet every day. Grounding is a way to connect yourself to Gaia and her healing energy. It is important for you to get grounded in Mother Earth right now, my loves. Go for a walk outside. Walk barefoot through the grass, do an outdoor meditation, or simply hold a crystal. When we ground ourselves to Mother Earth, we are connecting to that energy of creation. It becomes easier to create new ideas and projects, and it helps to relieve any anxiety that we may be experiencing from unbalanced energy. Mother Earth has soul healing abilities, and when we ground ourselves, we are able to heal our own energies. Go and visit with Mother Gaia today. So here are some examples of some grounding crystals that you may have around your house already. And remember that you can always charge your crystals in the moonlight or the sunlight, or you can give them a salt bath. That helps to ground them. But your crystals are black tourmaline, magnetite, black kyanite, black onyx, and obsidian. Those are some of the most grounding crystals. All right, guys. Well, you can also ground yourself by you can imagine that there's a light coming down from the top of your head, and as it moves through your entire body, it's clearing away those energies. You can do that as well. So it's important to make sure that you're grounded. When we are unbalanced and we're not grounded, we can feel tired, feel sick. Just a lot of different things can happen. It's hard to make good decisions too when we're not feeling very balanced. It's hard to listen to your own intuition when you're unbalanced. So it's important that you balance yourself and stay grounded. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you so much for being with me. If, like me, in the new year, you want to see some awesome changes in your life and you're ready to make those changes, then work with me. If you book a coaching session with me, I can help you in all areas of your life. I can help you with anything from weight loss to new career paths to helping you find love. I can help get you guided in all directions of your life. So if you are ready to see something new and different and better in 2020, then work with me and you'll see how amazing your life can be. If you want to work with me, just go to my website, melissaoatman.com. There you will see all of the services I offer as well as a description. And I also have a video on my website that explains what Reiki is. A lot of people will say to me, I don't know what Reiki is, or I don't know how a session works with you, because every Reiki practitioner is different. So if you go there on my website, I do have a video where I explain what a Reiki session with me is like. So go there. I also have one for past life regression too, if you're not really sure what that's all about. And if you're ready to book, you can simply email me or contact me. All my contact information is in the description to this podcast. It doesn't matter how you contact me. Any way is perfect for you. It's perfect for me. I would love to work with you, so don't hesitate. And if you're not sure what you need, just reach out. People do it all the time. I want to thank you for listening. As always, if you like this podcast, please share it with others. Please subscribe. That helps others find me. And also, if you would leave a review, I would so appreciate that. If you're listening on iTunes, just give me some stars. Whatever way that you can give back energetically is so appreciative, or is so appreciated, I should say. Thank you so much for being with me. I hope that you guys have a wonderful new year. I am going to be taking New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off because I am going to be focusing on myself, but then I will return after that. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.